Good day everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick. No, it's not 1985, but we're on the ZXspectrum 128K. This game is Back to the Future Part 3, published by Imageworks in 1991. It's a game that also came out on the Commodore Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64, DOS, Master System and Mega Drive. Based on the movie, directed of course by Robert Zemeckis in 1990, starring Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd and Mary Steenburgen. Now this game replays elements of the movie. The first one is we play Doc Brown, as we define the keys here, riding on a horseback to try and prevent Clara Clayton, I believe, from falling off a ravine. So go Doc Brown. Emmett Brown, the backboard's out of control, it's heading for the ravine. There's Marty there and Doc Brown. Right, will he do it? I don't know. Now, this is very, very difficult. I tried to view this once on the Commodore Amiga and got nowhere. I had to abandon it. So let's see how this one goes. But I do know a cheat for this if I don't get very fast. Here's Doc Brown. We must, shoot stuff out the way and jump over obstacles. Extremely difficult. And you'll see my progress down the bottom there of how far we're getting. Right, jump. Doc Brown, he's aged 605 and he probably wouldn't get up from that. So the game's over 4 stages, if you can actually get there. The first is the buckboard chase, which is this. Then there's a sort of like shooting gallery. Then the pie throwing, where Buford Mad Dog Tannen turns up. Commentating and playing at the same time is tricky. And the last stage is a train, where we've got to get the DeLorean up to 88 miles an hour so it can go back to the future, or 1985 at least, right? Right, let's concentrate. I'm sure we can do this somehow. Oh, I got hit by a big boulder again. It's not overly generous with the amount of lives and I'm doomed. Ah, there goes Clara Clayton over the ravine for Clayton's Ravine. Oh man, caravan. We can do this, I'm sure. Right, so I'll have another few goes before I put the cheat in for infinite lives, just in case I fluke the thing. If you completed this game back in the day, let me know, but quite like you probably, I absolutely love the Back to the Future games. I love the Back to the Future pinball table by Zen Studios, that's awesome. I played on the PlayStation before. Love the movies, love everything. The games could be, to be honest with you, a little bit better than they were. When I first got my Commodore Amiga, it came with Back to the Future Part 2, which I liked, but looking back on it, it wasn't the greatest game in the world. Like the animation there as Doc scratches his head and then gets back onto the horse. Good animation of the horse running along, that is really, really cool. Probably the best horse animation of any ZXspectrum game. There's Kane as well, where the horse runs, but not quite like as detailed as that. That horse looks absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Brilliant animation of the horsey. If you are a horse, comment below, but don't let your horse damage the keyboard. Ah, Clayton is dead again, right. I'm getting a bit saddle sore, but it's worth another try. Okay, Duck. It's all in a day's work, but at least I'm getting paid, says Doc Brown. Right. Duck and shoot. Duck, shoot and jump. Jump. Oh no, he does lots of forward rolls, like that guy Hyper Bill from Hypersports when he hits the horse. That's quite fitting. Over we go. There'll be Red Indians trying to shoot us at some point as well. Oh, I didn't jump over that stupid trunk. Trust Doc Brown to go back to 1885 and fall in love with someone. But it doesn't matter because, it does matter because he's going to save her. Normally she goes over that ravine. It changes history forever. You shouldn't mess with history or you end up at some enchantment under the sea dance or something and wipe all your children from existence, which is not a good move. Go, Doc, go. Oh, man. Good music this. Good music. It is the 128K AY chip. Right, let's put the poke for infinite lives. So it's quite clear that I'm not going to do this without a little bit of assistance, and I want to show you what is it worth getting to in this game. So the review's normally about, well, always about how you would have fared on your first or second go, and would there been enough there for you to want to go back. Graphically, it looks absolutely brilliant, but very, very tricky to play. Those who persevered with it and got good at it would have got a lot of enjoyment out of this because the subject matter, well, it's brilliant, isn't it? But I think, I don't think I would have persevered. I don't think I would have persevered with it really because it'd been too tricky, and I'd play something a little bit easier. Back to the Future 2 was a little easier than this, but this is a bit more exciting. Look at the scrolling at the top. How smoothly is that going across? That is brilliant. It's not glitchy at all or flashing, it's moving across brilliant, and the animation of the horse is outstanding. so it is been coded really, really well by ImageWorks 1991. The movie, of course, 1990, the third in the Back to the Future series. I hope Back to the Future never gets rebooted with different casts. Every so often it gets mooted, but I think it'd be a mistake. And I hope they never make a Back to the Future Part 4. Leave the trilogy as it is, because it's darn perfect. Right, okay, so I've got my input live. Now's the next bit. Still the same stage, but it's a top-down, a bit like Desperado, I suppose, but better than Desperado. Go, Doc Brown, go! He's really pulling out all the stops to rescue this Clara Clayton bint. Go! If you are Clara Clayton, then comment below. I'm glad you didn't go over that ravine in the end. Back in good old 1885. Buford Mad Dog Tannen does turn up in stage 3 if we ever get to it. It's the fire throwing. If you have got to it, let me know in the comment section below. And of course, if you have completed this game without putting a poke on or cheating, then let us know. Yeah, but if Desperado had been like this, it would have been absolutely awesome. So lots of good elements in this game, if indeed you can get there. So Doc Brown invented a time machine. Did he? Beat it, Spook. This don't concern you. That was from Back to the Future Part 2, one of my favourite lines of all time. It's not a classic line, but I remember it. Beat it, Spook. I'd love to say that to someone without getting beaten up. Mr. Strickland. I think he might be in this one as well. Frisbee. 128k. Who's playing that guitar? Doc Brown's shooting all over the shop now, like he just don't care. I don't remember all these Red Indians trying to stop him from rescuing Clara at the time. Stop the tape. Start the tape. Right, back here again. Rescue Clara, Marty. No, I'm rescuing her. Right, Mr. Fusion. Good in. We're back in the Old West. Great movie. If you haven't watched Back to the Future 3 for a while, just go on YouTube and watch the trailer. That'll put you in the mood for this. Watch the trailer for all 3. You'll be in super mood and you're going to have to watch them then again. He jumps. Oh, he's knocked off again. Well, we've lost lots of lives so far, but Doc Brown can do anything before he invents that time-travelling train thing with his kids, Jules and Vern. Bit iffy, Doc, on that, bit iffy. Christopher Lloyd, he's the greatest. As he goes here. Right, I've stayed on the horse for more than a millisecond, and then I fall off just to prove myself a wally. Again, look at the scenery. We've got parallax scrolling here, down the bottom, in the middle, and up the top, but scrolling at different heights. That mountain was wobbling around a bit like a trifle, though, at the top, but we'll forgive that. We're getting into town. Look at the bottom there. We're almost at the end. The stagecoach is almost at the ravine. It's out of control. Those horses are spooked. I don't know what a hoose is, but here we go. Through the town. Come on, Doc. There's lots of people trying to kill Doc Brown. I don't know why. Maybe that's Buford Mad Dog Tannen's true team. No one calls me Mad Dog. No one. I hate that name. You hear? I hate it. Well, tough luck. Tough luck, Mad Dog. He's one of Biff Tannen's, of course, ancient relations. We won't worry about him. With his mad... He'll fall in manure as well. He hates manure. Manure. I hate manure. Well, why'd you keep putting your face in it then, you Tannens? Right, hang on. There it goes. We just shot someone. It must be near the end now. No, there's still about an inch left to go. Score is 4,600. If this was the Wild Bunch, I'll be doing this on 0.1 of a horse. That's an in-joke for channel members who know that joke. If you understand the 0.1 horse joke, then comment below. Yay, the Wild Bunch. Take that, you. Take that, and you bow and arrow men. Tricky game to do. Tricky game to do all in one go, but I've got a sense that it is doable. Looks wondrous, doesn't this game? Great music as well. Got quite a lot of Spectrum games. They maybe set the difficulty a bit too high. But having said that, I think if a kid played this a lot back in the day, 1991, a bit late in the Spectrum run, but if a kid donated a lot of time to it, I think they might have done it. I'll have to have another go at the Amiga run at some point, see if I can find a cheat bit to get off the horse bit to see how that compares. But I am enjoying myself now, I've put the poke on it. There's enjoyment to be had as Doc takes another tumble. Through the fence we go. Looks like this must be near the end now, going through different fences. This could be like Commando on horseback. There's Clara! I'm going to rescue you, Clara Clayton. There she goes. My hero. You're rescued, love. Stop the tape. Right, okay. So now it gets next stage. Want to try your luck, son? This is the shooting gallery. The McFly. Is that the McFly helmet? Right, okay, I've got to shoot lots of stuff. This is looking blooming cool as well. Right, let's get to use the... Right, I've got to get used to the controls. Up is down, and down is up for some reason. Right, get those ducks. We obviously need to get a total there, which is shown on the top left. I'm shooting hardly anything here. Diddly-dee. Different music again. Look at the shading on all this stuff. This is mightily impressive, this. Mightily impressive. As I say, because it's so late in the Spectrum trial, I don't think this would have got the plaudits it deserved, you know. I mean, this would work well as a game on its own, this shooting gallery. I find it a bit tricky. I just want a light gun. But Marty was used to playing Wild Gunman, wasn't he, back in the arcades? So he probably makes short work of this. Where'd you learn to shoot like that, son? 7-Eleven. Yay. Oh, we've got that duck thing. Is this going to be a big enough score? 5,750. What do we need to qualify? We've got 2 ducks lit up the top there, red and magenta. That swan thing takes another pounding. The shooting could be a bit more intuitive. I find it hard to aim stuff here. It's not as easy as Crossfire, if you're familiar with that game. But it's better than Crossfire. Just this bit on its own. Splendid. How are they doing this with 128k? And there's the graphic on the right there. You can see the clock tower, which is darn cool. Surely 10,000's enough, isn't it? 10,009. I think the time is up. Is that enough? Oops. Oh, we got shot by that fella. Better try your other hand, son. Oh, he's taking the mickey out of me, that Magenta Joe. Right. Right, one last go. I'm not going to leave it there. So, yeah, I mean, on my first and second go, I wouldn't have got past the horse bit. But with the poke on, I can see there's a lot in this game to like. It's split up into mini-games as Back to the Future Part 2 was, and they're well worth getting. I think it's slightly better than Back to the Future Part 2, definitely graphically and musically. Yeah, I haven't played Back to the Future, the first one. That wasn't by Imageworks. I don't think that's supposed to be quite as good. We'll come up to it, I'm sure, because eventually we will review everything. If you watched this far into the video and you haven't done so far, it probably means you might like the channel, so please consider subscribing. It needs all the help you can get. Hurrah! In our quest to review everything reviewed ever. The impossible task, but we'll attempt it anyway. Right. Like getting Back to the Future with a DeLorean powered by plutonium was a tricky thing, but they managed to do that. Some people say it's just a film, but I don't know. I think it might be real. It's all real life. We're doing even worse this time. Mighty fine shooting, son. Where's Lorraine Baines McFly? Right. Buford hasn't turned up as of yet. I'm interested to see how this game plays on the Mega Drive as well. Did it come out on the Super Nintendo? It's not on my list. I'll have to look out for it on the Mega Drive. It might be a completely different game, or it might play very similar. But yeah, definitely on the Amiga and the Mega Drive I need to look at the thing. Maybe Commodore 64 as well. Back to the Future. Right, I think we've run out of time. If we qualify this time, I think we did worse. Did we? 11,000? No, that bloke shoots me, which says the end. That's a neat scar, son. Does that mean we qualified? It probably means we haven't. Is it a neat scar? No, it's this again. Okay. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. It's a great game, but could be a little bit easier. But that's just me again. Good music, good sound, a good movie tie-in. And Back to the Future trilogy is brilliant. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That's Back to the Future Part 3, published by Imageworks in 1991 on the ZXspectrum 128K, based on the movie directed by Robert Zemeckis in 1990. Got any comments about this game, similar game, Back to the Future, or anything retro? Then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.